Just 1 second. Coach Marcus, thanks for the time. We'll start with your opening thoughts on the game and then take questions.
Hell of a ball game, huh? And I think that was as good as one I've been involved with for a while. So congrats to the Outlaws, man. They're fucking, excuse my language, they're very good, right? You got guys coming at you from multiple directions, and, you know, they played a heck of a game, and so did we. So somebody's got to lose, and we did. I'm just really proud of our guys. You know, we haven't been playing much like cannons lately, and I thought today we were all cannons all over the field, and that's all I care about. And they know that, and yeah, it sucks to lose. Everybody wants to win. To me, we made great strides today from where we were in the last couple of weeks. And if we play like that going down the stretch, you know, we might be a tough team to handle too. So congrats to them. Congrats to us. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, national TV game, ABC. Hope we made some new fans today for sure. You got some really dynamic lacrosse out there, so I guess that's a moral victory. You know, hopefully we.
I mean, you know, for us, yeah. I mean, you know how we feel. Like we played better. We've been stinking the joint up for the last couple of weeks, and that's not us. So we got better, and we played a tough team, and we had them on the ropes there. And you know, it's a shame that you score a goal that's illegal, but it counts. Like that's something it's the first time I've experienced that, and I think that's something that when you're on the wrong end of it, obviously you're looking at it, but I don't think a goal should count if it's illegal, whether you have timeouts or flags or not. I think somebody should say, whoa, that's not a legal goal. That's not why we lost, but certainly had something to do with it. So, but again, credit to them and credit to us, and so I'll open it up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, can you take us through maybe what was drawn up in that last timeout, that last few seconds there? It looked like maybe Asher saw something right away, but what was kind of the design there?
Yeah, I'm not smart enough to do that, Dan, so let me talk about it.
Yeah, we were trying to work a little mumbo for Campbell, a little bit as a disguise, and then trying to like sneak Willie backdoor behind Manley, you know, expecting him to probably jump out to Matt. So Ash and I talked about maybe just banging it down the side quick and getting it back to him, right? Because if you stare down a skip lane like that, you have Jesse Bernhardt in the middle of the field, right? One of the best to ever do it, you know, 3-time USA guy. And made a great play on the ball and then was able to run through a ground ball and took everything I had on a check and ran through it, and we weren't able to get it back. So, again, credit to them for getting a stop. You know, if you'd give me that chance again, I'd take it. Obviously, 10 out of 10. So, you know, I think we're going to be bumming about that one for sure.
Other questions?
Yeah, Coach, Jules' first game in the lineup. Just how do you think about his performance today? Do you know he had that 2-point range when you signed him?
No, I don't think I've ever seen Joel shoot a 2-pointer.
Yeah,
There you go. So I'm not that dumb, right? Just so happy for him, man. I mean, you know, guy of his talent and his character and getting cut and having to be around. And he and I've had probably 4 conversations over the last month and a half, and I've gotten to know him really well and what's driving him. And I'm just happy for him. He's a really good lacrosse player. I thought he made us better today, and that's all I asked him, just to be his best version, and that was great. So happy and proud of him, and I'm glad he's part of our group now.
Other questions?
Coach, with the defense over the stretch of games for you guys, what are some things that you guys have been noticing that you guys have to clean up on that defensive side of things, so Kersey's not getting left out on an island and kind of having to do too much by himself?
Yeah, it's I wish I could just sit here and rattle it off, but we do some really good things. Like it's we've been getting backdoored a lot, and that's been a repetitive thing. We've talked about it, but we've been doing it. And then credit to them too, right? I mean, I haven't seen the film, but I think there's probably 4 goals in there that not many teams make in this league right now, like under, behind, twists, whatever. I mean, so I don't, so. But to your point, I thought we played actually really, really good defensive stretches. We played the ball better today. We handled picks better today. So I think we're starting to. And I'm going to take blame for that. I wanted us to do some things differently on defense this year than just switch all the time, because I think you get a little bit lazy doing that. And I was demanding of us playing in a little bit different style, and I don't think we've ever kind of wrapped our head around that. So that's all on me. It's not on coach, and it's not on the players. We pull back on some of the stuff we're trying to do. We just get back to basics right now. And again, until I see the film, I just don't know exactly how good or how bad we played. But give credit, they also made some really crazy plays that went their way. So it's what good teams do. So.
Other questions in the room?
Marcus, I know you'd prefer the win, but you tied Paul for career goals in this game. To just have your name next to his on that standings list, what's that mean to you?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, you know, had an opportunity to play with Paul, Team USA in 2014 and 18. You know, to just be in the locker room with him and just like I said before, you know, Paul set the standard for like what a, you know, I think professional lacrosse for a while was just, you know, guys had to work other jobs and it was something they did on the side. But he really was, I think, the first guy to, you know, him and Kyle just to like, no, like I'm a pro athlete, you know, and just seeing the way he worked and his commitment to the game, like I said, and like starting the PLL, like our game's on ABC today, you know, and there was a time where I was playing in a league where I was embarrassed to tell my friends because the streaming quality was so poor, you know, and my parents, my family would try to watch it and it was grainy and, you know, now I have, you know, some of my best friends from high school watching, and my grandpa who's 93 texting me, and my cousins who live in New Orleans watch on these TV games. So, you know, and that's a credit to Paul, right? So just giving props to him. And, yeah, it's been, you know, all these records when we're on a 3-game losing streak is tough. You know, like I said, I'll look back when I hang up the jersey and be proud of it, but, you know, I want to get us back in the win column and just kind of keep pushing forward with this team and getting better as we move towards the playoffs here.
Other questions in here? Questions on Zoom? Chris?
One of you who would like to chime in on this. 6 players on your squad with 3 or more points today. Was there an emphasis, you know, this week or leading up to this game with kind of a distribution, or was it just a case of several hot hands?
No, I mean it's an emphasis. It's really been an emphasis of our offense forever. So, you know, Rosie, I think we just got back to basics. We got a little off track there, you know, just not sharing the ball, not dodging to score, and then pushing the ball through X. And, you know, I'm just really proud. Again, we've got multiple guys that can score. We're going to figure this out. I know we will. Today proved that to me. Today was a crossroads for me. I never doubt these guys. I never doubt the effort. I never doubt how passionate they are and how much they care. But today was a little bit of a crossroads. So we'll figure out the defensive side of it. We keep doing that stuff on the offensive side. You know, we catch a little fire. We'll see what happens down the stretch, man. Yeah. There's still a lot of this season left, and the standings are jumbled up. But it's always been a point of emphasis of us. It's the only way we play. We don't have 4 Heisman Trophy winners on our team, right? So, you know, and I traded one of them, all right, to those guys. So we have to play that way, and that was the encouragement that we just get back to our roots and share the ball, and we're really good when we do that. So I was very proud.
2 wartime winners.
I know. I like saying Heisman Trophy.
It's the Heisman of
Everybody,
lacrosse.
you guys know I'm making fun of that.
It's
all
the
right?
Heisman Trophy of lacrosse.
Just rolls off the tongue easier.
Yeah.
Is that Hayden?
Yeah, Coach, just with the tempo of how Denver plays, was there ever a conversation about trying to control the pace of the game or embracing it?
I don't know. It's lacrosse, baby. Let's. What are you going to do? The shot clock dictates a heck of a lot of what you can and you can't do, and we play well offensively. So I don't want to put the brakes on the offense. They're scoring. I don't know what our efficiency rate is, but I'm sure it's pretty dang high. So, you know, no. To answer your question, no. Let's play lacrosse and we get some stops and let's keep this thing going. And it was basically the last man standing, right? We had the ball, the man up with 16 seconds left, and we should convert there. It's not acceptable that we didn't get a shot off, and we'll fix that. So, you know, no.
Coach, you mentioned that you guys played more like cannons today and made cannons plays. Was there one play in particular that set the tone that was what you would define as a cannons play?
Not one. There were multiple. There's guys diving all over the place. There's guys soaking up shots. You know, there's guys playing physical. We haven't been physical. We're the most penalized team in the league. This is the softest team I've had in 3 years as a Cannon. Soft in the sense of physicality. We finally got back to, if we're going to get a penalty, let's be physical and earn one, right? And I thought we played with that little bit of that edge today that we're noted for and that our guys like to play at. So multiple plays. We were tough on ground balls, so were they. You know, they're a really, really good team. They're the best team. They're the hottest team in the league right now, and you know, God bless them. They're going to be a handful down the stretch. So just a lot of things, Joe. Just our energy and our effort, you know, and willing to battle from start to finish. So just really proud. Yeah.
Any other questions on Zoom? Anyone else in the room?
Marcus, you know, it's been tough getting possession from the face-off stripe. You know, having to stay in games, you kind of have to be uberly effective on the offensive end once you do get the ball. Talk about kind of the mindset of the offense and how that is for you guys, knowing you got to take advantage of every opportunity you get.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, again, we just I actually like kind of like our face-off flow right now. Like, it's not the best thing in the world to win a bunch of it. Like, the 32 clock is pretty hard. You know, so Tucci scrapping. I mean, I thought there were a couple 50-50 balls that we would have liked to have back today, you know, and they got a good group, man. Tarafinko's tough. Pizzino's tough. So, you know, that group, I think we got to continue to step up. You know, Ethan and Owen and Rambo, those guys are great too. I love our group. But yeah, I mean, I think our flow is good. I think just today we got back to Dodge and Quick sharing the ball. You guys saw it, right? And we can feel it as players when it's good, right? We call it like when ball gets sticky. You don't want that, right? We want to be flowing. I thought we were able to do that today in our 52. And I don't know what our 32 was. I thought we had that one where I hit whoever and then Trainer picked it up and scored. That was nice. Kobe assist. But yeah, you know, I like our flow. I like our cadence. You know, again, I think just continuing to be smarter in the middle of the field. We were offsides a couple times again today. So effort, yes. Got to just continue to clean things up. This is what it's going to take. That's like a championship level team. That's a playoff caliber team. So we got better today, though. That's what I'll say for sure.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Can you read the rest of it to me?
Coach Pat Brennan, congrats on the win. We'll start with opening thoughts on the game from each of you and then take questions.
Yeah, I think those are the important ones to win, right? I think the last couple of years we haven't won those, and we had some guys step up big and played really well. That's a really good team that anytime you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay for it. And we were able to, kind of finish at the end, and some incredible play out of a lot of guys. So it was awesome.
Yeah, it's probably our most resilient win of the year. So just super proud of the guys for responding the entire game. They had a great comeback, and their offense is starting to click in the second half. And yeah, we were answering every time. Like Jared, seemed like every time he was dodging the goal, he's scoring like the most ridiculous crease dive ever. So yeah, I think our team's just starting to really gel and figure it all out. It took a couple weeks, but we love spending time with each other off the field too. And I said that in the post-game interview. We're really starting to enjoy spending time with each other, and I think you could have the best team in the world, but if you don't have the chemistry off the field, the stuff on the field isn't going to work out. So yeah, just focusing on that, and we're a really young group, and we're just going to keep growing together, and it's exciting, the potential we have.
Yeah, it was a game of runs. You knew they were going to give you their best shot, and I think when you can learn but also win at the same time, it's awesome, because sometimes it takes a loss to really let you know that you got stuff to work on. But we made a lot of great plays today, but I think there's so much we can work on, and it was humbling to have a team, go toe-to-toe with us like that. And it's good to learn from your losses, but also it's even better to win and also learn from it. So I thought we did a good job of handling the pressure and their runs. So I'm proud of the team.
Questions?
Coach, you guys went up 4-zip early. Would have been easy to take your foot off the gas. They come back into the game pretty quickly. How'd you make some adjustments early on, late first quarter, early second quarter, and stave them off as long as you did?
I think it's just, play as clean as you can. I think it's easy after going on a 4-game run where you win 4 straight to get comfortable. And after we went up, it was 4-0, 6-2. Like we got a little comfortable and we started making some, sloppy errors. So the theme is going to be hungry and humble at the same time, and understand that anybody can beat you at any point. And we keep just reiterating that. And our guys are resilient. They're going to go out and play hard. So you never worry about that. You never have to motivate our guys. I think they just calmed down, settled back in, and we traded some goals the rest of the way. It was a great game for TV for sure.
Yeah, for Brennan and Pat. Brennan, obviously, the goal between your legs had the whole place just erupt. Can you just take us through that sequence and, the way that you were able to cash in on that? And Pat, obviously, when you see Brennan do something like that, how sick is it to have a teammate that's just able to kind of just blow your mind week in and week out with what, skill sets he has?
Yeah, I mean, he's displayed it since he's like 12 years old that he's one of the most skilled lacrosse players to ever pick up a stick. So, yeah, he was sprinting down the field, nice backdoor cut, and I threw it a little late, so I thought there was no chance he was catching it, and then it's just freakish athleticism, wingspan, just grabs it out of midair, and then on top of that, the catch was insane, and then throws it through his legs. So, yeah, it's awesome playing with him. Yeah, and just like I said before, we're just going to keep growing, getting better each week. So,
yeah, I mean, great seal by Donville. Enjoyed playing with him first time. He just makes the unseen, so he set a great seal and got my hands free. And yeah, I mean, we have a rule where if it hits your stick, my whole life I've said if it hits your stick, you got to catch it. So I've always tried to handle everything and just caught it, and my momentum took me to my back to the net and just try to get it on net. So, and I didn't know if it went in or not. I wasn't looking at the net, so heard the cheers and I was all right. Cool.
Coach, I'm curious what you thought of that goal.
Well, Coach Monty and I looked at each other like. So, you know, you see a lot of crazy goals in your life, and you know, I had the pleasure of playing with John Grant Jr., and that was John Grant Jr.-esque for sure. But you know, the creativity tonight, both teams, but how many behind the back goals there were and between the legs, and it's just a different level. And you know, it was fun to watch. It was jaw dropping.
And Pat, for you and you know for Donville as well, not here, but you got the opportunity to play against a former team today. Did you carry any of that into the game today, or do you try and leave that stuff outside of things when you take the field?
Yeah, I mean, try not to think about it, but I'd be completely lying if I didn't have this one circled on my calendar. So yeah, just worried about getting a win, but yeah, it was a little more meaningful for me. And Donnie as well got released, and then we claimed him. So I'm sure that was obviously the back of his mind as well. So, but yeah, felt good. Just a resilient team win, and like Coach said, like every team in this league, the skill is just insane. So we knew that they were going to bring their A game, and we just kept responding, and yeah, luckily got the dub.
Yeah, Coach, you see McNaney face a little bit of adversity today for the first time where, they're able to find some spots to score on him, fewest amount of saves he's had in a game so far. What did you like about just his resiliency, though, to kind of just stay in the fight, never really quit, and was able to kind of, keep you guys anchored down the stretch?
Yeah, we have this little ritual. I usually do it with shooters, but I like take my hat off and like scoop magic dust out of it. And like if someone's having a tough day shooting, like I put some in their stick. And he saw it happen one day, and the last couple games we've been doing it when he's had like a little rough patch. So I caught him after the third quarter was over and gave him some magic dust, and he snapped out of it. I think it's so those are the fun little things that we try to do, but at the end of the day, like when push came to shove, and he made the saves he needed to at the end, and that fourth quarter he was just seeing it different. So. But I think he saw shots that were easier to save at that point. So we knew that the high bounce shot was an option today, and it hurt us more than it helped us. So, but they got some really good shooters, and they put it in spots from close, 8 yards, 10 yards, shooting it hard as they can, and those go in. And but his resilience is incredible. The whole team. Like keep plugging, and there's no point of that game where like I was irritated by the getting comfortable and them getting back in it and just dumb mistakes and stuff like that. But there's never a point where with this group that you have to turn around and just start screaming at them. It's just not. And there might come a day that's appropriate, but haven't found it yet.
Questions on Zoom? Tober?
Coach, Luke went, I believe, 60-something% from the line today, kind of decisive advantage at the face-off spot. What kind of help is that to the team, especially when the defense is allowing more goals and you're playing such a talented opponent in Boston?
Yeah, I think he did a great job. That was kind of a point of contention all game. Like every time he won it forward, he got tripped, and it wasn't the cleanest game at the X today, but our early offense, especially early in the game, was clicking, and when that's happening, winning a ton of faceoffs is really good. When it's not happening, it makes it harder for you because then you have the 32-second clock, and they go down, they get a 52. So, him being 60%, I think he was due for a game like that, and him getting a goal, and like he's just a tough, resilient kid that just battles every time he steps on the field, and we're happy for him when he does good things. And there's a couple times where like he should have thrown forward, and he threw it that way and missed. But at the end of the day, it's like. All you want is guys that are tough and are ready to battle. And, good on him for going 60% today. That was good.
Kevin?
Yeah, for Brennan, Pat said on the broadcast post game that you guys have been roommates during this 5-game win streak here. Just what's that reversal been like for you from just ACC rivals to now becoming friends off the field, and describe just kind of what that off-field chemistry has entailed for you guys?
Yeah, I've gotten to know Pat over the years. We played together on Team USA, Under Armour in high school, and so I've gotten to know him, and he's one of those guys where it's healthy competition. And growing up, I had to go against him most of the time, but you always respect the guy. You always respect players on the other side of the field, and I've always had that respect for him. And yeah, it's healthy competition, and you never have bad blood. So I think we left it all on the field, and now that we're teammates, it was seamless, and it's just been, our bond's been growing more and more, especially being roommates, getting to know each other. And at the end of the day, we have the same common goal. We want to win, and we want to put as many goals in the back of the net, so that helps too. But yeah, over the last few weeks, we've been roommates, and it's been cool. It's a full circle moment where you're going against them all the time, and now you're actually teammates for a whole season. So
For Coach and for Brendan, if you want to weigh in too, Jack Gray made his debut today, had a goal, had an assist. I know he's stepping in for Alex, who's been a regular for you guys, but how would you assess Jack in his debut? And, Brendan, as a Duke teammate of yours, how was it, seeing him take the field at the pro level?
I think we've known since training camp how good Jack is, and he made it to the Charlotte practice, and with Al going down, we drafted depth there, and we needed it today, and he did great. And was he 1-1?
Yeah,
he was 1-1. First play of the game, he had an assist, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just fits right in. Like, he's a humble, hardworking human, and that's what we love. And I couldn't be happy for him that he got an opportunity, because he's going to be the future of our D-Midi line, as guys age out.
yeah, I mean, I've seen it for 3 years playing with him. It wasn't a surprise. He's very athletic. He's big, strong, ideal D-Midi. It's what you want in a D-Midi. And he can put on the jets. So a couple times, he saw open space and took advantage of it. So it wasn't a surprise. He's a very smart player, very athletic, and he just makes the right plays a lot. Doesn't play out of his, he doesn't try to do too much. He just does the right thing. He's a very sound defender, and he won't, go for the home run play. He'll just do what's right in that moment. So, yeah, it was awesome seeing him get a shot, and not very surprising though.
Last question, Chris.
Yeah, Brennan, we saw you get up after one of your goals and let him know, do a little bit of talking there. Was this game in particular a little bit more back and forth verbally between Outlaws and Cannons, or was it kind of a typical level of dialogue?
No, yeah, I'm not the most vocal player usually. I usually put my head down and play. But, a few times you see a couple of it's healthy competition at the end of the day. Plays are made. These guys are big, physical players. There's going to be hits sometimes that you don't like, and I saw a couple to me. And sometimes, emotions get you going. And, yeah, it's just healthy competition, though, at the end of the day. They want to win just as bad as we do. So when that happens and you butt heads a little bit, sometimes you talk a little bit. And I don't do it often, but, I mean, yeah, I did it today, so.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the win.
All right. Nice.